Hello again, my name's John. I'm a retired cook from the northeast of England in the UK, and welcome to another bread video. With Easter just around the corner, I thought it was the perfect time to revisit my hot cross bun recipe. In this version, I'll be showing you both the classic fruit-filled buns and a delicious twist with chocolate chips. So whether you're a traditionalist or a chocoholic, there's something here to tempt every taste bud. You can see the ingredients list and full written method for this recipe on the recipe page on the channel's website. And the link to that page and lots more is in the description box under the video. Just find and click on the word more, and that'll give you access to all the relative links for this video, including our website store products. Okay, let's get on with today's recipe. As always, I'll get my yeast going first. To the warm milk, add the sugar. Next to go in is the egg. If you don't use eggs, add an extra 50 grams or 2 ounces of milk instead. Now give that a good mix until the sugar's dissolved. Now you can add the yeast. Mix until everything is blended together. Now set that aside to activate. If it's in a warm spot and there's no activation after 10 minutes, your yeast must be dead and it needs replacing. Unlike my other hot cross bun video, which was a no-knead recipe, this time I'll be using my mixer to do mine. But this can be hand-kneaded if you like. There's a link in the description to my original recipe, where you don't have to do any kneading at all. When your yeast's activated, add it to the mixing bowl. Next to go in is the olive oil, but any neutral cooking oil will do. Time to mix the dry ingredients together. To the flour, add the salt. Next is the spices. The darker one is called allspice. I'll leave a Wikipedia link below so you know exactly what it is. The other is just ground cinnamon. The final spice is some freshly ground nutmeg. And these handy little nutmeg graters are on sale in the website if you're interested. I'll even throw in a free nutmeg for you. Now using my trusty wooden spoon handle, I'll mix those together. The fruit in this batch, I'm using a mixture of dried fruits, but you can use chocolate chips instead, and I'll show you those in a minute. I'll give those a mix too. Right, now you can add the dry ingredients to the bowl too. If you're using a machine, attach the dough hook. Now set your mixer away and bring it all together. Once your doughs come together, let your machine knead for 10 minutes. It's also 10 minutes if you're hand kneading. And while that's kneading, you can grease a large bowl with a little cooking oil. Once the time's up, stop the machine. And if you hand knead it for 10 minutes, we're all at the same point now. Either way, tip it out onto the bench. Now give it a few folds. Form the dough into a ball. Now drag it on the bench like this. This will tighten up the outer skin of the dough. Get it into the oil bowl, making sure it has a thin coat of the oil. Cover the bowl, and I like to use a shower cap for this. Shower caps are the perfect tool for covering dough because they retain the moisture while still allowing the dough to breathe. These are available in the website store if you're interested. We have many colours and designs to choose from. Right, let that proof for 1 hour or until the dough has at least doubled in size. And for the second batch of buns, I'm using chocolate chips instead of fruit. Exactly the same quantities and procedure as the fruit ones. Okay, time's up on the first and only proof in the bowl. And it's risen nicely. Before turning out the dough, dust your bench with a little flour like so. Turn the dough out onto your floured bench. Now give the dough a light dusting too. Knock the dough back. That simply means force all of the built-up gas out of it. Form it into a ball once more and get it onto your scales. If your measurements were correct at the start, you should have around 1 kilogram, that's 2 pounds 3 ounces of dough. Mine is just over a kilogram. Now I'll divide that by 12, so each piece of dough needs to be 84 grams or 4 ounces each. Right, using my baker scraper, I'll quickly divide the dough into 12 equal pieces. You can eyeball these if you like, but for uniformity, scales are definitely the way to go. Once your dough pieces are cut, you need to form each one of them into a ball. Try to follow this rolling technique. Check out my dinner roll video for a more in-depth explanation on this rolling method. There's a link in the description box below. Right, that's all 12 rolled and ready to proof. To bake the buns in, I'll be using our lightly greased baking tin. Size is on screen. If you want to follow the recipe exactly, we do have a limited number of these great non-stick tins in the shop. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. Okay, neatly get the dough balls into the tin. 3 across and 4 down. Grab yourself a piece of cling film, biodegradable in my case, and give it a thin coat of any cooking oil. This will stop the dough balls from drying out. Now loosely lay the cling film over the buns. Make sure you don't restrict the buns from rising. Now let those proof for 45 minutes. And here's the chocolate buns ready to proof too. Time to make up the mix for the crosses for the buns. Add the flour and the icing or powdered sugar to a small bowl and give it a mix. Add the water to the bowl and mix it to a smooth paste. To stop the gluten strands from forming too quickly and making it thick and difficult to pipe, don't overmix it. Get your piping bag with a small round nozzle into a long glass or container and carefully scrape the mix into the bag. The hole size in the nozzle is about 3 mm or 1/8 of an inch. Set that aside for now. Before going any further, preheat your oven to 180 degrees Celsius, that's 355 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 4. Right, time's up on that proof. Carefully remove the cling film. Get your piping bag. Now slowly go in a straight line down the centre of the 4 buns first. Do the same for the other 2 lines. Go a bit slower over the gaps to allow the mix to drop between the buns. Once they're done, do the same across the buns. But unlike me, try to keep the line straight. And there you go. That's how you add crosses to your hot cross buns. All we've got to do now is to bake them. So, get them into the preheated oven. Once in, set your timer for 16 minutes. And while those are baking, I hope you don't mind if I give my 4 recipe books a quick shout out. The books have lots of our favourite recipes from our work kitchens in them. And also book 4 in this series is totally dedicated to bread recipes. The skeleton style oven gloves, now supporting our company name, are also available too. Just check out the link in the description box to our website store if you're interested in any of these items. Time to make up the glaze, and this couldn't be easier. Simply add the sugar and boiling water to a container, mix until the sugar dissolves, and set it aside for now. And that's the buns finished baking. And the aroma from those spices is really something special. And they're looking fantastic. If yours look a little light in colour, just give them a few more minutes in the oven. And I'll show you the chocolate ones in a moment. Rather than explain, I'll let you watch how I get them safely out of the tin. And if you wouldn't mind guys, if you found the video useful and enjoyable, can you give the video a like by hitting the thumbs up? It really helps the channel tremendously. The final job is to brush on that sticky glaze while they're still hot. Another glaze you could use is melted apricot jam. But you know me, I like to keep it simple. But never be afraid of experimenting with any of my recipes, guys. And put your own twists on these amazing traditional recipes. And here's the chocolate ones done too. I'll let them cool for 10 minutes, and when I come back I'll let you see what they're like on the inside, and of course have a taste. Okay, let's see how we did. And all you do with these is to gently tear one off. These buns have a beautiful soft and fluffy crumb, a really amazing texture, and a beautiful light brown colour from those spices. For me, there's only one way to have these, and that's when they're fresh from the oven and with lots of butter. Absolutely delicious. And now for the chocolate ones. Same wonderful texture. Just look at how the chocolate has that marble effect running through the crumb of the bun. Fantastic. Without a doubt 100% better than anything you can buy in the supermarkets. Once again, absolutely delicious. Hope you give these a try, guys. A hot crust bun and a cup of tea or coffee, nothing better. Big thumbs up for another great traditional recipe. And I'd also like to wish you all a very happy Easter, everyone. And as mentioned earlier in the video, here is the latest list of my Patreon, PayPal and Super Thank You button supporters. And they are Serena, Tigger's Bounce, Lady Schroeder, Peter J. DeFleiss, William Rowe, Victoria Johansson, Jens K3250 and Sterrid 3449. And there's also one who wishes to remain anonymous. Thanks very much, guys. I really do appreciate all that you do in supporting the channel. Well, thank you again for watching. Please like, share, comment and subscribe by hitting the circle above. If you do subscribe, activate the bell icon next to the subscribe button on my channel page. And by doing that, you'll be automatically notified every time I upload a new video. And in the meantime, here's a few of my other videos and playlists that you may want to watch. So, until the next time, be safe in your kitchen and bye for now.